Man United transfer news live. Marcus Rashford to Barcelona. Bryan Mbeumo medical. Sesko Stanstake, a look at all the latest Manchester United transfer news in our dedicated live blog, which includes updates on Bryan Mbeumo, Benjamin Sesko, and much more. Bryan Mbeumo finally looks to be on his way to Old Trafford, after Brentford accepted United's latest bid, with his medical expected to take place this weekend. With that deal close to being finalized, focus can shift elsewhere, and it looks as though another attacking signing will be targeted. A number of top clubs are looking at strikers, and that has left Ruben Amorim and co. with limited options, as Victor Gyökeres looks to be joining Arsenal, while Liverpool are in advanced discussions for Hugo Ekitike. However, Benjamin Sesko is still available, and the RB Leipzig striker is certainly being considered by those at United. Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson is another option, but their asking price could make any deal hard to complete. Sanctioning exits is another priority, with Alejandro Garnacho, Jadon Sancho, Antony, and Marcus Rashford all free to depart. The latter's dream move to Barcelona, while unlikely, is still possible, but the latest claims have seen him linked with a move to bitter rivals. Liverpool. Manchester United lacked control in midfield versus Leeds. Amorim needs a new playmaker. United played out a goalless draw against fierce rivals Leeds United in their first preseason friendly this summer. At the Friends Arena in Stockholm, Sweden, on Saturday, there were chances, especially in the second half, but the Red Devils failed to capitalize. A running theme from the previous campaign, there were a few promising signs, especially from summer signing Matheus Cunha, who impressed with his dribbling, close control and tenacity. Another new signing, Diego Leon, also showed a few bright touches. But the game was largely disappointing from a United fan's perspective. Rasmus Højlund, who played the entire second half, was as bad as last season, which is why the Portuguese tactician is desperate for a new striker. Rather disappointingly, academy graduate Toby Collier looked almost invisible in the first half, as did Bendito Mantado in the second. But the biggest issue was the fact that Leeds controlled most of the ball, and rather comfortably as well. They ended the game with more possession, more passes, and a higher passing accuracy as compared to the 20-time English League champions. That was largely due to their control in midfield, something Ruben Amorim's men lacked. The combination of Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes looked all over the place, and they were always in a hurry to play a through ball or a lofted pass, instead of trying to hold the ball. That is their natural game, which makes the duo ill-suited to starting games once the season actually begins. On top of that, the Brazilian is not getting any younger, and the high tempo of the Premier League will be too much for him week in and week out. Manuel Ugarte and Kobbie Mainoo fared slightly better, but the Uruguayan is not the most adept when it comes to ball progression from deep, while the head coach does not think the Englishman is suitable to play as the deep-lying playmaker in his system. Finding the perfect midfield combination will be key for Amorim, and on current evidence, he might need Ineos to bring someone in. Ideally, he needs someone who can blend silk with steel in the No. 6 position, and can play alongside the club captain.